Welcome back. Our foundation is done. If you want to see how we did it, check out part 1 of the mini series, and I'll link it in the description here. But we're going to do a little mini series on how to do a full face look, breaking it down to make it as simple as possible. That's what we about. Simple. So, excuse my breathing, and if I start coughing, I am currently suffering from bronchitis. It's good times. It's really good times. Just trying to get my brush, because we all know I'm not as organized as I should be. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in with this contouring palette today. So this one specifically is from Complex Culture. I believe I got it in a boxycharm. We're going to go in with this kind of angled brush. I also, for reference, will use just kind of like a circular blending brush. I'm not too fussed when it comes to contouring. I don't really overthink it. I don't worry too much about it. It is what it is. So I'm going to break it down in the easiest way possible. So when you're contouring, you're adding shading to define your features a little bit more. So what we do is you're going to go to the top of your ear, and you're going to find out where your cheekbone is. Because where your cheekbone is, underneath that is the hollow area, okay? So we're going to put bronzer on the cheekbone. We're going to bring it up here, and we're going to bring it down a little bit here. You don't want too much on the bottom because it's going to look like it doesn't color match. Just want a teeny little bit, okay? Just a teeny little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of product on. My hair is kind of curly right now, okay? And right where our cheekbone is, we're going to tap, okay? And the reason why we're tapping is because you just put foundation on. So if you take your brush and you start kind of going like this, you're going to smear your foundation. You're going to start pulling it and moving it around your face, okay? But if you're tapping your contour bronzer in, it's not going to ruin the foundation, essentially, okay? So we're going to do that. And once we blend it, it's going to look totally different. But as you can see, even though it's not blended, it's already defining my cheekbones, okay? And we're bringing up contour to the face. So we're pushing this bronzer up, and we're blending it in to the hairline, okay? And you're just going to keep going. Patience is key. We're not in a hurry, right? We got time. We got time. And you're just going to keep going until it's perfectly blended. Okay. So we went a little bit in the hairline, but we're going to go a little bit more, a little bit darker. The easiest way to remember about bronzer is a 3 or an E, depending on what side you're doing. But just think of the 3. Down and down. Simplest way to do it, okay? Now we're not going to get too much product, like I said, on our brush. Little goes a long way. Then we're going to bring that right down the jawline. Once we bring it down the jawline, we're going to pull it down the neck, because you don't want that harsh line. But like, look how much it has defined the features already, okay? We're going to do the other side. Okay, so again, I'm going to pat on some bronzer, and we're going to start working it up into the hairline and up to the forehead, okay? I make the weirdest faces, I'm sorry. And you want to make sure that you're blending it into the hairline, okay? Otherwise, it don't look great. Like that. I'm going to start to do it a little bit down here. And we're going to take it right here. Meet it in the middle, And then we're going to pull it down. I almost lost my voice there for a second. This is sick, Katie. You're welcome. But yeah, so that is the basic contour, okay? Just remember, it's like a number 3. You don't need a ton of product. You can do the exact same thing with cream contour or the powder contour. It doesn't matter, it's the exact same technique. You're just dabbing it and blending it in, okay? Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This is the blush that I use all the time. Also pretty sure I got in boxycharm. If you don't have boxycharm, I would highly recommend it. I canceled it a while ago because I have too much product. But you get a ton of full-size products for, I think it's like 30 something Canadian every month. But like, I'm talking like full size. I've gotten so many eyeshadow palettes, highlight palettes, the contour palette that I just showed you guys. It is such a good deal. So if you're into makeup and you want to get more into makeup, you want to up your collection, highly recommend doing it via boxycharm. Okay, so I'm gonna take a brush, take a little bit of product. See, not a lot. And I know this looks weird, but when you smile, right there, that's where blush goes. The apples of your cheeks. And you want to make sure when you put your blush on, so not using a ton of product, you're blending it up into the bronzer. Okay? Like so. Since we're using so little product, I'm not worried about I'm not brushing it hard. I'm not worried about my foundation messing up. So the final step of this super easy, like when I say anybody can do makeup, I mean that anybody can do makeup. You just have to break it down to be able to understand it. It's easy. So this same palette that I use for contour, this one right here, is what we're going to use. I'll swatch it on my hand. There it is. For some highlight. So I like to put highlight right there on my Cupid's bow. Okay? You don't have to. It's up to you. A little bit on the tip of my nose. A little bit right here. We're going to use the other finger to blend it in. Okay? Now I normally, and I know this is probably weird, I put my highlight on under my brow before I do eyeshadow. Because I never bring the eyeshadow up to the brow. So I'm never worried about ruining it. But these are like the random little places that I highlight, okay? So in terms of highlighting, these like kind of loose-ish brushes, can really use any brush, any type of eye brush too. Works wonderfully. And you're just gonna very gently apply that. It's like glass. Sorry. Okay. So look at that. Look at that. I really do love this one. Most companies have highlight. I do love multi-purpose products. So like if an eyeshadow palette has a really pretty shimmer that I can use as a highlight, love it. Love it. And that's why I like this compact. So again, bronzer is an E. You're going to come down the forehead like this. And remember, at the top of your ears, you'll find the top of your cheekbone. Okay? And you're going to do this. That's where my cheekbone stops. Okay? You're going to apply your bronzer in a little E shape. Don't forget to bring it down your neck. Okay? We gotta blend. Okay? I remember those looks that were super popular with, foundation that was just not your shade. What was it? Maybelline Mousse something foundation, but like pretty sure it was the style of your foundation not being the correct shade. It was bad. We don't like that. Okay? So once you do your contour, bronzer, super easy, you're gonna smile. And this right here is where you're going to put a little bit of blush right on the apples of your cheeks. And you're going to work that blush in because we want a nice blend, okay? We don't want to see pink, then brown, then foundation. We want it all kind of beautifully blended, like so. But like, come on, it looks great. And then for highlight, you guys can just choose to do highlight. Basically, it's along your cheekbone, okay, right about here. And again, I do add a little bit to my Cupid's bow. When I put on my lip products, I do love that it a little shiny spot that hangs out. Just surprises everybody and makes everybody happy. A little bit on your nose, a little bit on the bridge of your nose, and I do it right underneath my brows. You'll see how it looks with the finished product and everything all done and comes together. So this is part 2 video of the makeup mini series on a full face, broken down into quick little videos so you can see exactly how it's done and follow along. So contour, blush, highlight. If you have any questions, any concerns, whatever, pop them in the comments below and I will reply, and maybe I can do a video on something if you need further explanation on anything, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn the notification button on so you can see this face every time I post a video. Love you guys so much.